just 30 days of clean eating, meaning I'm not trying to put you under the law, meaning I would like to see you cut out the sugars, the fried foods, and things like that. And some of y'all say, well, what's left? It's still a lot of food that's left. It's a lot of food that's left. And so instead of saying you can't eat no meat, I'm saying get grilled chicken or get grilled fish. Or, yeah, are you following me? And so I need y'all healthy. So we're gonna have a clean eating challenge starting January, and I want you to eat as clean as you can for 30 days. So I'm not putting you under the law. I'm not putting you under restrictions. I mean, I know some of y'all, if you don't cheat and get a piece of chocolate, you're gonna pass out. I'm not telling you you can't have a piece of chocolate. I'm saying try to find substitutes for things that you're eating that you know ain't good for you. Are you following? So I use this app Yuka, and you pretty much gonna stop eating everything once you use the app. But so the app, if you go in the grocery store, it lets you, if the food is registered properly, that scan code is registered with the FDA, and Yuka will pull up what's really in the food and tell you if it's really healthy or not. So some of the stuff that's on the healthy aisle ain't healthy because you'll scan it and it'll say too many preservatives, too many dyes, too many this, too many that. So anyway, so I'm encouraging you to clean out your pantries. What's today? 28. Yeah, go and do it by the first of the year. Y'all go home today and start working on cleaning out your pantries. And that don't mean eat what's in your pantry to clean it out. I had to say that. I heard somebody say, yeah, I got the muffins still in the pantry. No, that ain't what that means. I heard it in the spirit. I heard you when you said it. That ain't what I'm talking about. I mean, like, tell your neighbor, you know what he mean. You know what he mean. Some of y'all got the baker's thumb. What is it? The green thumb is for a lawn. I guess some of y'all got the butter thumb for the cooking, huh? So y'all got that? Okay, so y'all let everybody know, spread the word. Something else I had to tell you. Bones, but I heard while we was in worship, I don't even know what bone spurs are, but whoever you are, you're dealing with bone spurs. I'm believing that the Lord is healing you. I don't know exactly what bone spurs are, but I heard it in worship that the Lord is healing somebody with bone spurs. I've heard of the term before, but I don't know what it really is. So this is the last Sunday in the year, y'all. So let's see. I'm not starting a new series. I'm preparing you for what's ahead. So next Sunday, I'll start my new series. So I worked on my calendar where I'm going to be in the pulpit for the first couple of months. I'm going to be here, I'm going to be around because I got a lot going on globally that I'm working on. But I'm going to be here because I love you guys. I want to posture you for your 2026. I want to make sure I kick you off. I want to give you a jump start. And so we're going to close out the year Wednesday night. Obviously, I would like for everybody to be in the building on Wednesday night. That's going to be pertinent. And so Wednesday night, I'm going to. What time is that service? 8 and 10:30. Okay. Not to be rude, I got to send this text. I just thought about something for my last service that I need them to take care of. So y'all bear with me 2 seconds, and then I'm going to preach. Tell your neighbor, he not trying to be rude. All right. So I want to talk to you today about preparing to move forward. Preparing to move forward. So as you come to the end of the year, you really have to prepare yourself to move forward. Most of the time, this is a relaxation time for most. Did all y'all have a pretty good Christmas? Okay, that's good. And so I pray that all went well. Again, it's one day, but it's meant to be a festive day. But again, you can have Christmas every day of the year if you want. You understand what I'm saying? You can be happy every day of the year. If you get your finances together, you can buy what you want all year long. Like Christmas shouldn't be limited to one day. Because some of y'all are nice just for Christmas, and then y'all go back to being hateful and mean as a doggone rattlesnake the rest of the year. And that ain't the will of Jehovah either. And so I pray that everybody got themselves together. I pray that you didn't get in debt for Christmas. If so, get your receipt and take it back. It's probably half price anyway. So, I pray that you didn't go in the hole trying to celebrate a day that people have fostered up. It's really meant to be about Christ. Shout out to everybody who saw our Christmas play. People have been calling from all over the country saying that was really, really phenomenal. And production and so forth. I got some calls that I'm dealing with. I got to call a guy. I had a guy that's in Hollywood. I was supposed to, I'm getting ready to preach. Stop rushing me. I heard somebody say, when are you going to preach? When you be quiet and let me talk, that's when I'm going to preach. So I had a guy in Hollywood. He's doing these films or whatever. And I'll be honest with y'all, I was supposed to invest some money and do it. And I ain't gonna lie, I kept backing out, and I don't know. I kept backing out, and then but I had two calls last week that I was on, that people called me to be on a call with a bunch of Hollywood people that are trying to get in the Christian film industry. They're already in it. I ain't gonna say they're trying to get in. They're already in it. And I want y'all to really pray, because I really believe it's a doorway, and I believe that so I can do more than just preach. I believe that I can write and direct movies along with some other things. And so I really want y'all to pray, because I got to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm not nervous. About that. You pray and you obey and you keep it moving. It's just money. But I think I'm actually gonna send these people some money. Because they're like, well, we talked to you 2 years ago and you said you was gonna send some money and you ain't never get involved, and then whatever. And I wanted to tell them, shut up, you ain't got nothing to do with my money. But then I said, no, you right. And I said, you right. I said, so I think I'm gonna send them some money this week, but I'm hoping it'll catapult us not only around the country, but especially here in Virginia, to where we'll have more opportunities in the film industry for Christian films. And so I'm going to keep y'all posted on that, because we got one film that we're getting ready to put out that's coming out, and I'll give y'all more feedback on all that in the next couple of weeks. Go with 1 Corinthians 9:24. 1 Corinthians 9:24. 1 Corinthians 9:24. It says, do you not know that those who run in a race, all will run or shall run, but only one receives the prize? So you should run in such a way that you may obtain the prize, or obtain a crown. You should always run in a way that you should obtain. You're running in a way that you should obtain. So I'm living in a way, I'm living this life, I'm running in this life, I'm living in this life in a way that I'm trying to win the race. But this is the thing about life. Nobody else can run your race. You're running so you can win your race, not my race. So you got to stay out of other people's lanes, because it's less traffic if you just stay in yours. If I stay in my lane, then I can run my race. Y'all ever seen in those any track runners, any former track runners? Okay, rest of y'all don't want. Okay, so if y'all ever seen track, you know that if I get off in somebody else's lane, I get disqualified. So it's key to remember, as we going into this new year, that you don't get disqualified trying to run somebody else's race instead of running your own. So don't get caught up looking at who's ahead of you, who's behind you, thinking you got it. There's levels to everything. You can think you done arrived somewhere until you go somewhere else and they got something bigger, better, and fancier and everything else. There are levels to everything. So don't get caught up in somebody else's life if that's their race. Are you following me? And so you're running in this way. So think about this, because anytime that you're running a race, I want you to think about the preparation that's required to run a race. To run a race, it is a lot of preparation. I'm talking about everything from the exercising to the diet that's required to the planning to this. I looked up what people go through who run Olympic races, the amount of sleep they have to get, the amount of nutrition daily they have to get. Usain Bolt, y'all remember him, used to win all of the Olympics, the guy. He used to train 4 years just to run 8-9 seconds. He trained for 4 years for 9 seconds. 4 years for 9 seconds. And so the question is how much training will you begin to put in place to run your 365 next year? So life is longer than 365. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But we're talking about this next leg of your race in 2026. How much preparation are you going to put in place, not just to run it, but to finish it? I'm running it with endurance. I'm going to run it so that I get to the finish line of next year. Are you with me? Okay, go into verse 26. Therefore, I run. He says, I run not with what? Uncertainty. He says, thus I fight, not as one who's beating at the air. So I'm not running without clarity of my race. I'm running my race with a certain level of clarity so that I won't end up in the wrong destination. He says, as if I was a fighter, he used in those times, it was, a whole bunch of Roman, y'all seen the Colosseum or Gladiator and all of that. So he's using an analogy, but he says, I'm not a fighter who's fighting at no target. I'm not going to fight as if I'm fighting at a targetless enemy. He says, no, anybody who steps into this arena to run this race, they're clear on the race that they're running. That's important because for time's sake, I'm going to see how far I can get today, but I'm going to talk about the importance of vision in a year. The importance of having vision in a year. Because if I'm going to run a race, I got to be clear on the race I'm running. Because if not, I'll end up in the wrong destination. I'll end up in the wrong place. He says, but I discipline my body. That's what you get ready to do. You get ready to discipline yourself because you're going into training for your race for 2026. Tell your neighbor, you're going to have to discipline yourself. I discipline my body, and I bring it into what? I bring it into subjection. I'm going to bring it under control. Lest if I do not, when I have preached to others, I may myself become disqualified. Go ahead. No, leave it right there. That's good. So go over to Numbers chapter 13, verse 1. Numbers chapter 13 is verse 1. And we're talking about this whole vision qualified for 2026. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I'm giving to the children of Israel. From each tribe of their fathers you shall send. So he says, we're going to send some people out, and we're going to go spy out the land. But watch this now. Canaan was the land of milk and honey. We're going to go spy out a better place. Every year, I truly believe this in my soul. Because, again, some people don't believe in years. Some people don't believe in the year is changing anything. And I get that, because if you don't change you, the year ain't going to change you. Y'all will catch that later. But I do believe that there are time frames or dispensations where shifts take place in people's lives. And so it's very key because he's trying to send them to a better place. I believe that every year for you should be a better place than the previous year for you. Are you following me? because I'm building on what I learned last year so I can be a better me this year. You shouldn't be an old fool. You should be wiser every year that you are alive and here in the earth. You should have some wisdom. By the time you hit a certain age, you should have some wisdom about something. Are you following me? Somebody should be able to sit down with you just out of sheer age, and you shouldn't be spewing nothing at the age that you're at. You should have some wisdom. So anyway, so they went to go spy out the land. He says, from each tribe of their fathers you shall send a man, everyone a leader amongst them. Go ahead in verse 3. So Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran, according to the command of the Lord, and all of the men who were heads of the children of Israel. Go down to verse 17. So he sent a group of men out to go spy out the land that he's trying to send them to. That's important. That's important. And I'll say this, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but catch this. Vision will always give you a glimpse of where God wants to take you. Did you catch that? Vision will always give you a glimpse of where God wants to take you. He'll show you ahead so that you can get some hope for what's to come. If he never shows us ahead, we might get comfortable and get stuck where we're at. But there's always more if you can see. There's always more if you can see. He told Abraham, as far as you can see, that's what I'll give you. Then Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan and said to them, go up this way into the south and go up into the mountains and see what the land is like. And the people who dwell there, they see if they are what? Strong or weak, few or many. He says, I want you to go and scout and see what this place is going to be like that I'm sending you. Whether the land they dwell in is good or bad, whether the cities of the inhabitants are like camps or like strongholds. Verse 20, whether the land is what? Rich or poor, whether they are forests, there or not. But I want you when you go to be of what? That's so important. Write that down, underline that. Anytime I'm moving ahead, I have to move ahead with courage. We'll come back to that. And bring some of the fruit back. And now the time was the season of the first right of grapes. Go down to verse 25. And then I'm going to give you these pointers. And they returned from spying out the land after 40 days. Now they departed and came back to Moses and Aaron and all of the congregation of the children of Israel in the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh. They brought back word to them, to all the congregation, and they showed them the fruit that they had got from the land. Then they told them and said, we went to the land where you sent us, and it truly does flow with what? And this is its fruit. Nevertheless, the people who dwell in the land, they are what? Okay, so let's stop here for a second. Okay. They said, we went to see what you want to give us. But watch this. Nevertheless, although you told us and although you showed us, the people that we saw there are strong, which is an implication that they saw themselves as weak. How you see yourself will determine what you become in 2026. Are you hearing me? You can never supersede your inner belief of how you see yourself. How you see yourself will always determine the outcome of the life that you have. So this is very, very, very important. So let me give you these. Stay right there in whatever verse 20, 28. Let me give you 6 questions I want you to be able to answer next year. 6 questions while we stop right here. One is, what will be my contribution to God, to society, to self next year? What will be my contribution to God, to society, and to myself next year? Number 2, just go back and y'all can go back and replay it. What do I need to accomplish next year? what are the things that I need to accomplish next year? So one, what's going to be my contribution to God, to society itself? Number two, what things do I need to accomplish next year? Number three, what will grow me next year? What will grow me next year? Do I need to take a class? Do I need to enroll in school? Do I need to purchase this book? What will grow me next year? What things do you need to put in place to run the race that's been set before you next year? Number four, who will help me? Who's going to be a part of your success team next year? Who's supposed to help you next year in your race? Every year, I go before the Lord and I pray and I ask the Lord to give me 5 people that's supposed to be assigned to my life and help me every year. I've been doing that for years now. Every year, the Lord will reveal to me a list of names of people who's a part of my team that is supposed to help me going into this year. And I'll write down those names. He'll do the same thing for you. If it ain't but 2 names, then write them down. If it's 10 names, write them down. But every year I go before the Lord, and he gives me, and I'll get 5 names from him of people that I'm supposed. I've gotten on airplanes and sought out people who did not even know me, and just got a hold of people that just because the Lord put them in my spirit, and I'm like, I'm supposed to come visit you, and they responded back and say, come on out and come visit me. And I've hopped on airplanes just to travel, just to go meet people for one day that the Lord put in my spirit that was supposed to be a part of my journey or part of my race. Who's supposed to be a part of your journey next year that's supposed to help you or supposed to mentor you, pour into you, or whatever? It may be one day, again, but who's supposed to help you? Number 5, how do you want to be remembered? What mark do you want to leave? How do you want to be remembered? Because that's how I'm going to run my race. I'm going to run my race in a way of how I want to be remembered. I don't want to be remembered for the apostle that had 100 buildings. I want to be known as the man of God that transformed lives. I don't mind having all the buildings. That comes with my grace. But I want to know how many families and souls can I save? How many next generation families will love God and know God because I was in your lives? My impact or imprint in your life is more important than the impact of the buildings that we acquire. I think that's great that we have all these buildings and we got more to come, but that means nothing to me. I don't want to be remembered for the person that had all of the buildings. Meaning that I get that, but I want to know how many lives I actually can impact. Number 6, how can my gift be used to bring God glory in 2026? How can my gift be used to bring God glory in 2026? Okay, so those are 6 questions that you're going to need to pray about, and you're going to have to start working to answer in 2026. Now, catch this now. So they did not see themselves in a manner that would allow them to become what God had called them to be. That's important because if you don't see yourself, for years I was called to preach, but there was this timidness to obey God in the area of preaching, so I was never going to be able to give God glory with my life. I was afraid to run my race. I tried to make up my own race to tell God what I was going to run. Good luck with that. Let me know how that going to go. That did not work out as planned. And so, no, there's a lot of people, their lives, they're like, what's the boy that had to go in the whale? Jonah. There's a lot of Jonahs in our families because of people that God told them to do one thing and they did another, and now their life is in destruction. Anytime you find somebody's life in destruction without grace, it's a sign that they're on a Jonah experience. Jonah is a man that, a long story short, because everybody ain't read the Bible. Jonah is a man that got a call from the Lord to go to Nineveh, and the Lord gave him specific instructions about his race, and he rejected the instructions, and he ended up being swallowed by a whale. He ended up causing a shipwreck for all of the other people on the ship, all because of his disobedience. Now, notice I said without grace, because sometimes there's a Joseph experience where it looks like you're in a pit, but you don't know that your pit is a preparation for a palace. So there's two different sides to that. Are you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes I got family members that are called because on my mother's side of the family, we're called to preach. We're called to be Levites in the house of the Lord. We're called to be a part of the Levitical tribe. And so most of my mother's side of the family, we're called to preach. Every single person on my mother's side of the family that has rejected the call or rejected God, their lives are miserable. Their lives are not good. And I already know. I know why. Because they tried to do what I tried to do, which was reject the call. So you better know what your race is and what God has planned for you, and you better be willing to yield to those plans so you don't have to end up on a shipwreck experience next year, okay? Okay, so he says, nevertheless, the people who dwell in the land, they are strong. The cities are fortified. They are very what? Very large. So he's stating all of the obstacles to running his race. Moreover, we saw the descendants of Anak there. He's going in on why they can't do what God told them to do. Go ahead, next verse. Come on, Pastor. And the Amalekites dwell in the land of the south. The Hittites, the Jebusites, the Amorites dwell in the mountains. The Canaanites, they dwell in the seas. They own the banks of the Jordan. Then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, let the people go up at once. Caleb tried to quiet the people and said, cut that noise out. If you're going to run a race next year, you're going to have to cut the noise out to run the race. Okay, let me give you the types of people that will keep you from running your race while we're right here. You're going to have to cut the noise. Caleb came in and said, that's enough. Cut the noise. Cut all of the obstacles out of why you can't succeed. Let me give you, I don't know how many it is, but let me give you, I think it's, let me see, 7. I think I got 7 here. 7 types of people that'll keep you from that the enemy will put in your life to keep you from running your race. The first one is people who come for distraction. The enemy will send people in your life that are designed to do nothing but distract you. It is not the will of God that they be in your life. They're there for one reason, is to get you off your race and cause a distraction. Distraction people dilute destiny. They're designed to distract you, to dilute your destiny so you never reach the end destination of your race. So you're going to have to beware of people who are assigned to your life in 2026 to do nothing but what? Distract you. So you're going to have to put these D's somewhere in your phone or on your wall or somewhere, and then when these people show up in your life, you're going to have to identify, okay, which one of these are you? I'm going to give you some good ones, but let me give you these 7 bad ones first. Are you here for nothing but a distraction? If you're not here to marry me in 2026, then don't distract me trying to wine and dine me. If you are not looking to marry me, you are nothing but a distraction. You got to tell him when he asks for the number, you got to tell him you are too old to be a distraction. Are you trying to get married? You got to let him know, I don't have time for this. I do not. I'm in the middle of a race, and you're not going to interrupt me from this race unless you just got to ask him. He said, can I take you out on a date? You said, listen, I need 3 minutes of your time. Let me ask you this. Where do you live? What's your credit score? Where do you go to church? Who's your pastor? You answer all of this in 3 minutes, and then I'll decide. We don't need to go on a date for us to get through all of this. Let's go through this 3-minute quiz real quick. Yeah, you gotta get through all of that real quick. The second type of person is the draining individual. You got to figure out what you're gonna do with the people that come in your life to do nothing. They're exhausting. They're there to exhaust your energy so you can't run. They exhaust. Draining people exhaust energy. They exhaust resources. They exhaust mental capacity. They cause you more stress, and they sideline you from your race more than they do anything. They're just there. They just deplete you. Draining people are depleting people. You got to figure out, no, listen, I got plenty of people that try to be that in my life. And I put them right back on the sideline. I'll be like, you're not allowed in this race. You're not going to drain me. I'm not going to let you do it. Some people, they want your ear, they want your money, they want your time, and they want you right there at the pool with them. They're never going to get up and do anything. They just want you to stay drained with them. Stay down here with me. Just don't get up. Watch this. We're talking about the types of people that'll keep you from running your race. They couldn't run their race because people spoke up and killed what God was trying to get them to do. Number 3 is divisive people. Divisive people. These are all the types of people you're going to have to be aware of. Divisive people. Divisive people, I put this down, but I shouldn't. I don't know if this is appropriate or not. I put this down, but you don't have to write this down, but I'll just tell y'all, I don't know why I put it down, but looking at it, I don't know how appropriate it is. I put is people with a dirty spirit. Is people, divisive people, all they try to do is cause confusion and disagreement. Everything is a disagreement. You said left, they said right. You said we going 10 steps, they said no, we going 5. It's people who don't want to get along and just stir confusion for no reason at all. They just divisive. They calling you, but soon as they hang up with you, they calling the person that y'all just finished talking about or they made you talk about. And then they get off the phone with you and they say, guess who I just talked to? And it's divisive people. It's people who have no intentions of ever being loyal to you or your race. They only want to stir the pot. Then there's delusional people. People to beware of in 2026. Are y'all all right? Okay. Y'all still got that Christmas cake on your belly? Delusional people. Delusional people are people who everything will always be contrary to the truth. Delusional people are people who will never see you right. They're delusional. I got some family members, I could raise the dead today, and they're never going to see me right. They're never going to see me the way that God sees me. They're delusional. And everything will always be contrary to the truth. No matter what the truth is, they're just delusional about their life. They're delusional about your life. You tell them, I'm going to do this, and God has led me to do this and do this, and they're just delusional. They don't see it on you. You got to stay away from people who don't see what's on your life. I stay clear of people who don't see what's on my life. People who don't want to respect what's on my life, I'm kind, I'm cordial, but stay clear. Stay clear. Because you're not going to come into my space and lessen my grace. I'm built for this race because there's a grace for my race. You're not going to come in and lessen it. And so you got to beware of people who try to strip you of what's on your life so you can't wear this coat right. Like just because you've known me for 20 years, that's not what you used to know is not where I'm at now. So you got to be careful that you're not delusional, that you're trying to treat me like I'm in high school when we far from that now. You either grow with me in my race or get left behind at the last place. Are you following me? So you got to be careful of delusional people, because delusional people will treat you like where you used to be. Damaged people. Damaged people are people who still are not healed, and they'll drag you down with them. Damaged people are people who won't let you put them in the water to get washed. That boy was at the Wichita, what was it, 38 years? At the pool for 38 years? Or is that the one with the issue? No, yeah, the pool of Bethesda, John. Yeah, that boy was at the pool for 38 years because he was damaged. And Jesus, he came, and watch this, he told Jesus, I can't be healed because I don't have anybody to put me in the pool. But watch this now. that boy wanted to drag somebody with him, and for 38 years he sat there trying to drag other people down because he was damaged. Jesus said, I'm not going to get down there with you. He says, I got one better. Why don't you get up and go get in yourself? You got to make sure that you tell damaged people, I'm not going to come down there with you unless you want to be healed. If I come down here with you to help you, then you better get up and get on your own 2 feet. Because damaged people will drag you through the mud. That's what I'm saying. See, we won't even go there. All right, so then there's dependent people. This is all in the Bible. You just got to go read it. I'm just breaking it down. Dependent people. People who are dependent on you to fix everything. Every time something go wrong, you the phone call. How am I ever going to run my race? I might as well just be a personal secretary to you. You just calling me every time something go wrong. No, I'm trying to help you because sometimes it's your kids. No, God did not create me just for you. He created me for him. You are not going to sit here every time something go wrong and act like you helpless. What are you going to do if I die? Some of y'all can't die because you can't. Everybody depending on you. Now, I know people that get old and they want to die and they're like, I can't die, Pastor. These people need me so much. I swear I can't even die. I can't even die. I'm ready to go be with Jesus. I can't even go. These kids, they so trifling, Pastor. I can't even die. Y'all playing these games. I'm so serious. People too dependent on you. You got to get people off of breast milk. You got to let them know this is going to be your year of meat. No, I'm going to grow you up. I feel something on that one. This is going to be your year of meat. You're going to get off this breast milk. You're not going to keep calling me for everything. You're not going to keep using me for everything. Next time they call you to use your brain energy, you ask them, what do you think you should do in this situation? That's how you grow people up. No, you got to get No. When we was growing up, our parents put us in the fire. You got to 18 to figure all of it out. I don't know where you're going at 18, but you got to get up out of here. Nowadays, they 52 in your house, and they still tell my mama, what you cooking this morning? Dependent. You still ain't been able to run your race. You making eggs and pancakes. They 52, talking about what you cooking. You in there 80, bent over, I still can't run nowhere. This boy need me. Y'all playing games. Yeah. You better turn them people over to God and tell them, I'm going to run my race. You're going to have to learn how to run yours. Difficult people. Come on, Pastor, hurry up. Difficult people. Difficult people. It's people, it's a struggle to just be with them. It's a struggle to be around them. Everything is tension. Everything is pulling teeth. Everything is a fight. Everything is just, it's difficult people. Y'all know what difficult people are. We can't even have one good day together. Or we have one good day and then we mad for the next week. It's difficult people. Can we not have 1 week of just joy and happiness and without you being difficult about everything? No, because all of these people are people that keep you from running your race, okay? Now, the people that you want to look for to help you run your race. Y'all ready? So those are the 7 people that you have to identify that to keep you from running your race. The people that you need to run your race, sometimes God will send you directional people. Directional people. Directional people are people who point the way. There are people who are saying, no, this is where you're supposed to be going. Like I see the next place for you. They're pointing to where you need to be heading. Directional people. That's what I do as a pastor. I point people to greener pastures. It's directional. I'm letting you know, don't do that because that's going to keep you from running your race. No, this is the direction that your life should be heading in. Directional people. You got to have some directional people to run a race. You ever seen where they can be riding a bicycle race and you'll see the flag person or the person pointing them on like, hey, this is the way. Go this way. You know, waving them on. You need developers, people who are preparing you to get the diamond out of the rough. You need somebody who's developing you if you're going to go where you need to go next year. Who are you? Who's going to be put in place to help develop you? Come on, Pastor. Let me see. I think I got enough time. You need people that's going to be put in place that's developing you, making you a better you. Who are you going to yield to make you a better you? Like, who are you going to submit to next year? Like, who has the authority to check you? Who has the authority to tell you, sit down, be quiet, listen, apologize, stop doing that? Everybody, I don't care what your age is, everybody needs a certain level of submission and surrender to be great. You cannot be great if you're not submitted. Don't tell me who you're over until you don't tell me who you're over until you tell me who you're under. I want to know, who are you submitted to? You need devoted people to run your race. Devoted people are dedicated people. It's people who are assigned to help you. Sometimes it's family, and sometimes it's family is the last person that's going to help you. But God will always send somebody that's devoted to helping you. You got to identify those people. Do y'all know? Let me tell y'all how crazy people are. And listen, I've been doing this a long time. Y'all, you have to be careful, because the end of the year, the devil will get in the minds of everybody. So next year, I normally give you to January 31st to make a decision if you're going to stay here or you're going to leave. I might get y'all to February, because my sermon series that I'm going to teach might go all the way through February. So I might get you to February to leave next year. But the devil will get into everything. Do you know, this is how the devil works. And so I have people at the end of every year, people make a decision to come, to join, but I also have a group of people that make a decision that decide to leave. And I have every year, I told First Lady, I got people, I'm praying, and the Lord will say, I want you to be a blessing to this person. I want you to help this person and be a blessing to this person. I'm talking about the week before, and then a week later, the devil's been ministering to that individual, and that individual called me and said, my season is up, and I'm called to leave. You mean to tell me a week before the Lord is waking me up to bless you, and a week later the devil has convinced you to leave me? You got to be careful that when you make a move, you're hearing from God in everything you do, because God will decide. And see, this is the thing about it. I've seen so many people that leave right when they're about to get blessed. It's not, listen, no. I don't, listen, whether you stay or you go, that's your business. This is not a manipulation tactic, because I heard somebody say something. What I'm telling you is, you better make sure you're hearing God in every move you make, because sometimes the devil cuts up the most when God is about to move the most in your life. You better be careful. I lie to y'all now. I told First Lady a week ago, I said, I'm going to pay this girl's mortgage for the next 2 or 3 months. I did. That's what I said. And then I get information, and people say, oh, I'm gone. I said, that ain't nothing but the devil. These people crazy as Dickens. And that's why I mind my own doggone business, and I try to help people, but you better know who's supposed to be helping you. You better be careful that you don't bite the hand of devoted people. You don't bite the hand of people that's dedicated to you. That's why you honor your parents. If your parents are loving you and they're good parents, you don't bite the hand of people that's devoted to helping you. Okay, then there's dynamic people. People who will open doors for you. God will assign dynamic people. People that will open doors for you. Okay, let me try to get this in real quick. I got a few minutes. Is this making any sense? Okay, am I helping anybody? Okay, all right. So, vision, the importance of vision. Vision is God's way of allowing the outer man permission to see what God has already shown the inner man. Vision is God's way of allowing the outer man to see what God has already shown the inner man. Meaning God will give you a picture of your life or of your future. So he might not give you the details. I didn't know we were going to have 4 campuses. I just knew God was going to do something big. People ask me, did you know that God was going to do? Absolutely not. But I'm not so, again, I knew it was going to be big. He said he would do exceedingly abundantly above all I can ask or think. I just knew it was going to be big. I knew when we was in a school, when we was in a school, I wasn't in a school. Y'all ain't hearing me. You can be in a 1-bedroom apartment and not being a 1-bedroom apartment with vision. Are y'all hearing me? Okay, all right. So okay, all right. So let me try to get this real quick. So, okay, let me say this, and then I'm gonna give you these five things. All things are created twice. All things are created twice. It's first created in the spirit, and then it's manifested in the natural. Okay? The chairs that you're sitting in, watch this, they were first in somebody's mind, and they sketched it out. They saw the chair before they built the chair. So watch this, your future, catch this, you got to get a glimpse of it and see it first so your natural man can live it out second. All right. Y'all working me too hard. This first service, y'all working me too hard. If I can't see it in the inner man, the outer man is always going to reject what God has next for me. If you can't see yourself being rich, then guess what? You ain't never got to worry about it. It's never going to happen. If you're in, okay, all right. I got to give y'all these 5 things. Okay, all right, hold on real quick. Okay, all right. All right, let me say this real quick as fast as I can. I've always said that catastrophe generally doesn't change a person. Because people die every day of the week and people still don't change. They go to funerals, they cry, and they go back to doing what they was doing. I'm talking about catastrophe is people go to jail one time, should be enough, it's not enough. People go back to jail. So, 2 things. First of all, the only way a man can change is that he has a transformation. And he cannot transform himself. The best transformation is not outward in, it's inward out. So the first sign of transformation is a man receiving God or Jesus Christ as Lord, so the Spirit of God can come on the inside to transform. But the individual does not change simply because of discipline alone. They change because they, catch this, y'all got to catch this, but I'm getting not too far out there. An individual, how do I create change in me or in anything else? Change begins when I change my mindset or my belief. So I am the way I am because of what I believe. So if I want to change what I am, I got to change what I believe. If I change what I believe, I can change what I do. Are you following me? So if I really want to change, then all I got to do, watch this, is change what I believe. So I have to change what I believe about money. I have to change what I believe about food. I have to change what I believe about relationships. You know why why a whole bunch of these men out here ain't married? Because of what they believe. If they believe different, they would be different. And the reason I got married is because I changed what I believe. I had a man that ministered to me, and he told me I wasn't a man because I was drinking the milk without paying for the cow. So I changed that I can't borrow the cow. I got to buy the cow. When I changed my mind about that, I said, girl, will you marry me? Are y'all following what I'm saying? If I change what I believe about being broke and I find out that God has made me rich already in Christ Jesus. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay, all right, I got to move. Y'all working me too hard. Okay, so catch this. 5 signs of how to download a vision. Because you got to download a vision for your life. Okay, the first one is a picture. Come on, I got 4 minutes. The first one is God to give you a picture. Sometimes you just see it. Like it's nothing you can explain. You see it. I put on a billboard while I was in a school. We didn't have one building. We're renting a school auditorium. And I look back and I laugh because I don't remember any of it. But I put on a billboard that we were coming to Chesterfield. We're in a school in Henrico, and we're going to have a campus in Chesterfield. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I don't remember any of that. I know that had to be a vision from the Lord. Otherwise, they should have put me in a mental ward. Nobody should have been following me if there wasn't no vision. You are in a school, young man. You are preaching in a school with no building for anybody to come to, and you talking about y'all going to a second location in Chesterfield, and you're going to boldly announce it and put it on a billboard like you really know what you're talking about. Either you are a fool or God is speaking to you. I saw it, though. I saw it. It was a glimpse, a picture. You got to see yourself doing what you feel like God is calling you to do. You got to see yourself writing the book. You got to see yourself creating the invention. You got to see yourself opening the doors to your new house. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Number 2. Come on, I'm getting ready to go. Y'all done worked me too much this morning. Number 2, a vision can be downloaded by a problem. I see something that's broken, and I have a vision to fix it. I see what the problem is, and I have the download to see. I see how I'm supposed to fix that. It could be downloaded by a problem, meaning I have answers or solutions for the problem. I have the vision for it. I have the vision to do something about it, or the vision to fix it. When we get all of these buildings we had, none of these buildings. Some of y'all, did any of y'all see the 4th campus, Verona, before I fixed it up? I took some of y'all over there. Did some of y'all come and see it? It did not look like it looks now, did it? No. You know why? I went in there and the Lord began to download. Vision is a download. It's something that God puts in your spirit that shows you a glimpse of where you're going. I saw it in the download. I said, okay, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. And he just began to. Vision can be downloaded by passion. It's a desire there. Like, I just feel a desire that I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z. Like, there's a desire there. I had, me and First Lady, this has been years ago, we were just minding our own business, and I just felt like, I said, I'm supposed to go online. I said, we supposed to look for some land. Like, we ain't gonna be in this house forever. We're supposed to look for some land. I go online, and I have been online multiple times, but this time I felt it. Like, it was just like, go look for it. I went online, and we found land right down the street, 7 acres right down the street, less than 3 or 4 miles from our current house. That was a vision from the Lord. He had a vision for my future to get out of the house that I was already in. He already had a plan in the future for me on the same street, perfect, everything. But that was a download. That's how vision comes. It's just in a download. You don't always have to have answers for what you hear. I have to receive. Oh, this is too much. So in the natural, we see and then we believe. In the spirit, seeing is really hearing. Because I hear it to see it. In the spirit, I hear from God to see what God is saying. So I always, as believers, Sight is not our superpower. Hearing is. I don't have time to deal with that. Hearing is my superpower. That's how we have 4 campuses. It's the hearing, my ability to hear. It's not my ability to see. Anybody can ride by and see something. It's my ability to hear of where to be, when to be, what to do, when to do it. And that's how God will do for all of us in here. My sheep know my voice. And the voice of a stranger they will not follow. So my plan for 2026 is locked up in his voice. All right, come on, I gotta go. All right, number 4 is purpose. 4 signs of a vision download. You just know that this is your purpose. And number 5 is prayer. So five ways to receive a vision download. 1 is a picture, 2 is a problem, 3 is passion, 4 is purpose, and 5 is prayer. I pray it out. I pray, and that's five ways you can receive a vision download. This is what you're going to be preparing yourself going into 2026. So I'll see everybody on Wednesday night, and then we're going to jumpstart that 2026. You're going to have to learn how to be stable. I tell people, I'm not trying to be the most prolific preacher there is. I want to be the best pastor there is. I'm not trying to preach nobody. But what I tell people this all the time is that me and First Lady, we're safe. We're stable people. Most people ain't stable people. That's a whole nother story. Everybody got a little cuckoo in them nowadays. But I would like to think me and First Lady just got less than 1% of cuckoo-ness in us. Folk ain't rap type. So I want to be clear. I want to be clear on this. You're gonna have to determine going into next year, am I a part of your dream team and part of your success team? And if so, you're gonna have to learn how to be stable for once in your life. You have to learn how to sit still and let God do a work in you and let me groom you and grow you. If you're in here today, there's only 2 places you can go when you die, and that's heaven or hell. There's only 2 places you can go. If you're visiting, it's not by accident. If you're watching online, don't scroll. You give me an opportunity to close out properly and make this benediction and this plea to you. When I was in college, I used to keep a Bible by my bed, and I used to pray. But I would get high every night. I would drink every night. And if I could, I would fornicate every night. I was going to hell, no doubt about it. No ifs, ands, and maybes. I didn't have an authentic relationship with Jesus Christ. I had knowledge of him, but I didn't have an authentic relationship. When you come into an authentic relationship with Jesus Christ, sin should not be a priority for you.